Are high insurance rates dragging you down? Call Randy King at 817-226-5464.
Coach W.T. Johnston from Newton. Coach, can you introduce your student athletes, please?
This is Josh Foster, plays free safety and quarterback for us. Darwin Marlowe, he's our running back. He started playing a little defense the last 2 weeks. Plays in the secondary for us.
Any other questions?
Coach, talk about your defensive effort, because obviously it was hard, tough sledding for your offense for most of the game.
It was.
Talk about the way the defense really kept going in the game.
Our defense has played outstanding all year. We were really good on defense last year, and I thought we was going to have a little drop off, but we really haven't. Up front, I didn't think we would be as good, and we've been pretty good up front all year. It's really surprised me what kids have bought in. And the thing about on defense, we do so much stuff on defense. I don't know if you can tell during the game, we do a lot of stuff on defense. And that attributes to a lot of our success, because it keeps people messed up on offense. They can't get it where we're going to be, and we're moving around so much. Our kids on defense are real quick, and they're really strong, and they're very aggressive. And that's a good combination. And that's been the difference in us this year.
Coach, the way the offense struggled a little bit, how big were those 2 turnovers in the first half, especially the interception return?
Oh, that was the game. That was the game. That was who blinked first, and they blinked. You know, I'm telling you, I can't say enough good things about their team, though. They're very well coached. Their kids play extremely hard. It's just they come out with a short end today, and it's because of turnovers.
Were you surprised with their defense? What their defense was able to do?
I was surprised. I thought we would move the ball. The problem we got into, we didn't throw the ball good today. And what we do on offense, everybody's going to put people up there to stop us running, and we got to be able to hurt them throwing the ball. And we didn't do that today at all. And that was the difference. That's why we didn't look good on offense.
Josh and Darwin, y'all are seniors. How does it feel to go out on top, back-to-back state champions?
Feels good in the senior year, 2 years in a row back to back. To be able to play with our team, it's a good team. So winning 2 years in a row is a great feeling.
It's just a blessing from God. He put us together, and I think He put us together for a reason. And to be coached by Coach Johnson, Coach Drew, all the coaching staff, it's just a great feeling, the greatest feeling in the world.
Darwin came out playing pretty possessed, strong in the first quarter. Barreling over guys, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys to bring you down that first drive. What was your mentality entering this state championship game today?
I was nervous coming into the game, but Coach told me to just pound the ball, go back to just pound for pound, 3 or 4 yards, then you'll break one eventually. But my mindset was, it's my last game, I just got to make something happen.
Darwin, we all know a special relationship all the guys have with Coach. What did that mean for y'all today to pull this victory out to you in the second straight state title?
It meant everything. Back in 2014 when I was toting the oxygen bottle with him, and we lost, and that's all we dreamed of, my class, was to go win the state championship. But then when I seen he lost, I just wanted to get one for him, and then for us to be able to do it again, it just meant everything.
Coach, you told me earlier this season that you weren't sure if these kids were ready to do this again. Think they proved you wrong this time?
It did. People don't understand how hard it is to do this, because it's a mental grind. It is. Texas is the hardest place to win a state championship, because the football is really good, but you play 16 games. And it's a mental grind that a lot of kids can't do. They might have the talent to do it, but they can't do that. And people don't understand that. And this bunch, I was asking them at the beginning, I got to see how hungry they are again. We got so many guys being recruited and all this. Like these 2 guys. They could have laid it on the line. They've got their stuff set, ready to go. They're going to college, but they didn't. And the whole team, that's the way it was. They wanted to win. And we've talked about it since last spring. That's all we've talked about. First day of practice, we didn't talk about winning district championships. We talked about winning the state championship.
Coach, you know, the way that last week's game against Eastern Harvard was coming down to the final seconds, do you think y'all were prepared, thanks to that, going into this week, with the kind of game it was tonight?
Yeah, I think that helped us. I'm telling you, when we played Gilmer, they got ahead of us for about 30 seconds. That's really the only time we've been behind. But they responded that night, just like that. When our backs are against the wall, this bunch will respond, and they do not panic. That's what I always talk about, who's going to blink. These guys don't blink. And just like tonight, I mean, they're at the end. They're throwing it in the end zone to win it. And our kids are still playing. And that's a feather in their cap, our kids. I mean, they play extremely hard. They're easy to coach. I always talk this about coaches. You got to coach where you fit. And I fit there because I fit with these kind of guys. I mean, you can coach them really hard and they respond. A lot of places, you coach them hard, they don't respond. And that's why I think with the difference tonight, they've been coached really hard. And they've been through the fire at practice, not just in games. And I think that was the difference.
Josh, take us through that last sequence on defense, the last drive that they had, kind of what the discussions were going into that drive, and then kind of take us through that last play specifically, what the coverage was, things like that.
Coach told us to stay focused, and with that last play with Dominique, that was a good play. They made a bunch of big plays on offense, so to be able to get that pick at the end was good.
Were you guys kind of expecting them to, take a shot at the end zone or go deep on that?
Yeah, we expected that with the little time that they had left, so we were expecting a deep ball, take a shot to win the game. So to be able to come up with a big play was good.
Coach, your non-district schedule this year was a gauntlet. This caps off what might be one of the most dominant seasons for a 3A team ever.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it say about y'all's team to be able to run the table against it?
It's amazing. Have you ever been in Newton? Not a lot of things in Newton. 2,400 people in Newton. But everybody loves football. In about 3 weeks, they're going to be talking again. Hey, how are we going to be next year? We're ready to do this. Football is it. It's the only show in town. And these guys know, we talked about this at the beginning, they have a responsibility every time they step on that field to represent Newton and to give the people of Newton a show. Because it's so big there. And so I always talk to them about this responsibility they have to play and to play well. The community's harder on them than we are. I'm telling you.
Coach, you, I think a couple weeks ago, I saw you talking about just making memories this year and just trying to make memories. The emotional few years you've had, what has these last 2 years been like with these boys for you?
For me, it's been kind of a roller coaster. I was told back in last March that I only had 6 to 8 months to live, and I've been told that before. And so I don't go. When the Lord's ready to take me is when I'm leaving, not before. And that's the way I run my life. Everything I base my life on is the Lord. Now, I think to football 24/7. I can't turn it off. I've always been that way. But when they told me that in March, it was kind of surreal this time because I could see it happening, and I can see it happening now. I didn't think I wanted to make it to August. Was my first, all right, we got to make it to August. Because I wanted the guys that built this team, those other coaches, to be the guys that finished with them. I want these guys, and the kids, and the coaches that built it, I wanted them to be the ones that did it. So I make it to August. So now I want to make it past Gilmer. Because I'm thinking in my mind, if anything's bad's going to happen, it's going to be in those 3 really tough games. I need to be here to handle everything. So these other coaches can just coach. So I made it to Gilmer. So I'm thinking, I'm going to make it the rest of the way. So the Lord let me see this. And I don't know how long I've got. I'm at the end of 9 months. They only gave me 8. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I tell everybody I've been given a great gift, and they don't understand that. But what I mean by that, I can see how my life will affect somebody before I die. Most of you guys ain't gonna get that chance. You're gonna have a heart attack, you're gonna get in a wreck. I've been given a great gift. It's what you do with it. And what I'll try to do with it is not just talk about X's and O's. I try to talk to them about life, which everybody's going to experience. Everybody in this room, these young boys, they're going to experience life one day. And that's all I'm doing. I'm experiencing life. And the Lord has let me see so many great things through this. And I hope that I've showed these guys. My thing is I want them to come back and see me in 5 years, and they've got kids, and they're doing good, and they've got a good life. That's what makes more to me than anything else.
Coach, you obviously have a great relationship and get to coach with your son, Drew. When the defense kind of makes that last play and he's the defensive coordinator, did you ever kind of take a moment and, kind of be like, wow, I'm coaching the state championship with my son with the game on the line?
It's, I'm telling you, that's one of the things I've been given, is that gift. I mean, that's unbelievable. I coached my son in the state championship and we won. Drew, we won a state championship. And now I've coached 2 with him, and then we won. And that's just an awesome feeling. Right there at the end, because I'm on the headphones, and I'm right there at the end, I said, hey, I was thinking to myself, I'm going to let him do this. And he did it. But he is the guy who leaves no stone unturned. He's a great coach. I've got 2 great coordinators. 2 great coordinators. But even there at the end, he's going to have, what do you think? What do you think? I said, you know what to do. Do it. He knew what to do. And the kids respond to him. And so I think the last 3 years we've given up the fewest number of points in the state. In 3. That's a big deal. Especially the people we play. We're not just playing anybody in non-district. And he does a good job. He does a really good job.
Final questions? Thanks, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.